Hey, Whippersnappers, it's Tortimer the Grey. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Showdown Little Cup Battles. Today we are starting off on our first adventure into Gen 7 Little Cup metagame, and I've thrown together my first team here. This is kind of my first attempt, just playing around with some Pokemon I thought I'd like to use, trying to fill in some slots with some older Pokemon that I already know and trust. And just kind of try to see how things work out here. So I let off with Aquila here, my Rockruff, and threw up some rocks there. Basically have Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Sucker Punch, and Fire Fang on that guy. Fumsy then switches in to do what Fumsy does best, which is just Wreck House. So gonna get the berm up on this Apom here. You can't see all of the Pokemon over on the side. Showdown is still in the process of getting all of the sprites and things pulled. They've got some sprites made. They haven't yet pulled and imported the models yet, so there's going to be a couple of holes here. So you can see over there on the left, you still can't see a couple of my Pokemon, like Rockruff doesn't have a little in-game icon there, it appears. Fumsy able to finish off the Apom here, though, as Togepi switches in. Fumsy going to throw up the Pain Split, Togepi's going to throw up the Extra Sensory, and Fumsy is going to Pain Split again, just trying to survive, but unfortunately not going to last long enough. I probably should have gone for, Kalar, my Alolan Rattata, doesn't have a back sprite, even though it had a back sprite when we were doing the battle. For whatever reason, it's not loading here, but, goes down to a Dazzling Gleam from the Togepi. .exe then is going to come in, my Porygon, switching out in favor of Tinkerbell, who's going to take that high jump kick very well, and throw up the Moonblast to finish off the Riolu there. Litten is then going to switch in, at which point Tinkerbell is going to come out. So Tinkerbell the Cutie Fly is one that I've started playing around with a little bit in-game, and then I've heard a number of you guys, as well as people in the Little Cup of Discord recommending it, so I'm giving it a shot here. It seems to be a pretty decent special attacker. Depth Charge going to go down to the Charmander there, but Porygon switching back in. Porygon going to throw up the Tri-Attack there and finish off the Charmander, at which point Chimchar is going to switch in and throw up the Tri-Attack there. Not going to do near as much damage, but the Brick Break is going to leave EXE alive enough to do one more hit, and Chimchar is going to go down. So, playing around with a little bit of the new, a little bit of the old. I'm still, having tried to avoid spoilers, I'm really not all that familiar with all the Pokemon I potentially have available to me. And as of right now, because of the way that Showdown has it set up for Pokebank Little Cup, you can't even, like, when you're building the teams, you can't even really sort on, like, Little Cup Pokemon necessarily, it seems. At least I wasn't able to earlier. And so I couldn't even, like, look at what was available and new and try and pick out things that, like, had good stats that I wanted to try around with. So there's some old Pokemon in here that I knew and trusted, and it seemed to work out pretty well. The couple of new Pokemon we had seemed to function adequately, especially with the cores of, like, Fumsy and Depth Charge around them. Excuse me, I am sick, and I'm sure you guys have heard that in my videos all week, and I apologize for that. But yeah, so let's jump in and see how they handle themselves next battle, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty guys, battle number 2 sees another Apom. So Apom seeing a resurgence here in Gen 7. Maybe I ought to get one on my own team, represent. Aquila gonna switch in. I switched Aquila's ability this time. Aquila had Vital Spirit before, which kept it from falling asleep. And in this battle, because going up against a lot of fake out leads, I decided to switch over to Steadfast, which is an ability that allows it to, if it flinches, it boosts its speed. So that's what happened there. Depth Charge takes care of one of the new Gen 6 Pokemon. There was a little grass Pokemon there. I honestly don't remember its name. It's long gone. Ninfu is going to get burned by Fumsy here. Fumsy going to switch on out into Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell's going to take that U-turn very nicely as Mindfu switches out, bringing in Salandit, which is a Fire Dragon, or Fire Poison Pokemon. Expecting the fire move, I bring in Aquila, who's going to resist that. Aquila is then going to avoid the Will-O-Wisp like a boss and throw up that Stone Edge to finish off Salandit. Then Mudbray is going to come in, which looks like a little donkey. And Depth Charge is going to come in, take that Body Slam pretty nicely, and then throw up the Scald. Just going to take it down to about half, boost the defenses, but does get the burn there. So overall, pretty good for us there. Depth Charge going to get paralyzed by the Body Slam on the next turn. As Mudbray, it throws up the rest. I attempt to do the same, but I'm actually going to be paralyzed. So we're going to hold off and do the rest on this turn. So Depth Charge is going to rest up, get rid of the paralysis, get healed up, and then we're both going to be sleep talking at each other a little bit. I get lucky with the Scald there, and I'm going to get it down to about half. The defense continues to boost because of its ability's Stamina, which most any time it gets hit, it seems to boost its defenses there, which could be really useful. Gonna throw up the Roar there as it wakes up. Tinkerbell coming in with the Energy Ball. Tinkerbell has Moonblast, Quiver Dance, Energy Ball, and whatever the Bug Buzz. Tinkerbell going down there to the Young Goose. Fumesy switching in. The returning Young Goose here doing much better than my Young Goose ever did. And Kalar going to come in with the Sucker Punch there, get it very, very close to dead, but go down. Aquila then, again, Kalar being the Alolan Rattata. Aquila then coming in with the Sucker Punch and finishing off the Young Goose. Mindfu then coming in with the Drain Punch and almost killing Aquila there, getting the Stone Edge off before Mindfu is going to be taking us down here this turn. So a Stone Edge landed and a Sucker Punch, so Aquila did a little bit of damage to Mindfu there. And then EXE gets to come in, our Porygon, throws up the Psychic and finishes off the Mindfu. I don't know if you guys have ever seen EXE. I started building a team a little while ago that had Porygon on it, and I don't know if it ever saw the light of day or not, but I pulled this Porygon off of that when I was building things, and I figured we had some good defensive stuff. I would throw in a second special one there to help Tinkerbell, give a little assistance. And it seemed to work out pretty well. Porygon doing some good work for us there. But yeah, guys, so there we go. Our first foray into Gen 7 Little Cup battling. I'm really excited to start building some new teams. Maybe we'll start augmenting some of our existing teams with some newer Pokemon as we find Pokemon that fit into niches really well. At this point, my knowledge is still pretty limited on what exactly is out there because of my decision to stay totally blind to spoilers. I really don't even know. And in-game, I'm just now getting off Melamilla Island, I think. So a lot of Pokemon I still haven't come across, and once Showdown kind of gets everything established, it'll be a little bit easier to do some team building, but I'm really excited about kicking this series off again and doing some more Gen 7 stuff. I think it's going to be really exciting and a lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think. What are some new Gen 7 Pokemon you think that we should potentially consider looking at for future teams? But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Tor with the Great, and you guys have been great. Make sure to leave those likes, comments, subscriptions for me, guys, and I'll see y'all back here next time. Alrighty, guys, have a good one.